Hey guys, today I'm going to walk you through how to change the strings on a bass as well as to do some fretboard maintenance. We're going to do a lemon oil treatment on this fretboard since this bass has been played for several years and hasn't had any type of maintenance done on it at all. We're going to use 4/0 steel wool, some lemon oil treatment. We're going to change the battery as well as the strings. First thing we'll need to do to start off is by loosening all of the strings. After all the strings are loosened, we're simply going to pop them up right out of the top. This bass is equipped with fast string loaders, so we'll just be able to pop these right out of the bottom. Some of you might have basses that you have to feed the strings through the bridges. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the fretboard. If you notice, there's a lot of dirt and grime that's accumulated on the fretboard over the years. That's going to be the purpose of the lemon oil treatment, is to get rid of all that dirt and grime. We're going to start with the lemon oil, and we're going to apply it directly to the fretboard just like this, all the way from the first fret to the very last one. Now we want to make sure that the lemon oil is able to penetrate the fretboard, so we're just going to dab it across so there's a nice even coating, and then we're going to let it sit for just a minute. Now that it's ready, we're going to get our 4/0 steel wool and we're going to carefully polish and sand down each fret to remove all of the dirt and grime that's accumulated over the years. Make sure you take your time with this process, getting right up next to each fret to get all the dirt. After you're done, get a cloth and you're going to wipe it dry. We're then going to apply another light coat of the lemon oil to the fretboard. Using the same process as before, we're just going to dab a nice even coat and let it sit for about 10 or 15 minutes this time. That way all the oil can absorb right into the fretboard. While this is happening, let's go ahead and clean up the headstock and some of the other places that you might not be able to reach when the strings are on the guitar. After it's set for a few minutes, let's go ahead and get our cloth and we're going to wipe off all the excess oil from the fretboard. Now let's go ahead and change that battery. If your bass is equipped with a battery, go ahead and use the appropriate screwdriver to remove the cover. We're then going to remove the old battery and place the new battery in. We will then replace the cover. Make sure not to tighten the screws down too much. Next, we're going to change the strings. These strings by Diodario are actually color-coded, so even if you're a novice at changing your strings, you can have no trouble at making sure the strings go on the correct location. We'll start by unwinding the strings. I'm going to start with the E string, which is the gold tip. I'm going to insert it at the bottom, run it at the length of the neck, and then cut the string to the appropriate length. If you notice inside of your tuners on most basses, there's a hole. Take the end of the string, push it down into the hole, and then you're going to bend it at a 90-degree angle. This will ensure that the string locks in. We're then going to tighten the string. Make sure that the strings are always towards the center of the bass when tuning. We will repeat this process. Now the way that I like to do is to make sure that you wrap top to bottom and get at least 2 on top of each other. This will ensure a tight lock on the string. And now we'll just simply repeat the process. process again with the A string. That looks good. Now for the D. And finally, we'll finish with the G. Now that all of our strings are replaced, we're going to get it and tune it up. And there you go, guys. Look at the difference that made. Nice conditioned fretboard and new strings. It's just that easy.